Hello and welcome to episode 26 of my Minecraft Server Series. And we are breezing right through along all the Stargate stuff, which is really, really cool. So much so that I'm actually starting to run out of things to look into, but not for this episode. So I do want to jump straight into it. So I got a couple of bits for today's episode. I may have finished this map. I jumped onto the server yesterday just to kind of try and get back into the swing of things a little bit. And yeah, I decided to finish the last two bits of this map. So there you go, there's our space. But what this has kind of opened up is, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that off. Thank you. This has opened up the possibility of doing something within this area of water here. Because you've got a nice big patch of blue, which leaves an empty corner. I mean, if I were to flick it, there is literally nothing in that corner. You know, you've got the testing shed, you've got the bridge, you've got the animal farm with the beach. At most, it's moved some of the sugar cane and a couple of cacti. Other than that, you've got the main base and the pit. But everything else is within these three maps. There is nothing in this map here. So maybe in future episodes, once we finish with the Stargate stuff, I will have a look at putting something on this patch of water here. Maybe it's an underground facility, an underwater facility, or maybe it's something that floats on top of the water. I haven't quite made up my mind yet, but this has brought, this has been brought to my attention, so I'm thinking about it. Got to think about stuff for future episodes, because otherwise videos get stale, and yeah, then I start feeling really, really bad about these videos. Anyway, what I'm going to do today is, for a start, I want to pick up these two addresses, and I want to fix them. And this one more than this one. So this is the Universe Gate, and this is the Pegasus Gate that we had a look at last episode. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and fetch and dig up the Pegasus Gate and stick it in a shulker box so that we have it and we can rebuild it somewhere else once I've found out where I want to put it. But it's no use to us under the water. The other thing I want to do is build our 9 symbol address, because at the moment we've only got 6 plus the point of origin. So I want to go over and I want to pick up the other 2 and complete that notebook page. But in order to do that, I need a couple of bits and pieces. So I'm going to go over to my storage room where I have been gathering up a few bits and pieces. So I want to have a look at this universal dialer, which can be crafted like so. So I need 2 weathered copper ingots, specially made and brought to us by the Stargate mod, along with an oxidized copper ingot and an exposed copper ingot, 3 buttons, black stained glass, and then a necro control circuit, which is rather easy to do to a point. And a lot of that stuff is within here anyway. So I need 1 of those, 2 of those, and 1 of those in that order. Now, where did I put the glass? Grey. I don't think I have any black. So I need to make some black. So let's have a look. There we go. And hopefully I have got this in my head the right way round. But it should be glass chest with black in the middle. Yay! Sometimes I think I don't know how to play this game. And then I realise I do. Alrighty. So I don't need the rest of that. Can I find a space next to the rest of glass? Let's remove those and stick those in there. Do I have any? I have one singular button in there. And I have a couple of stones in here, so let's make a couple of those. There we go. Right, what I do need is one of those, because I need to create this. 4 titanium plates. I've got 3. I need a couple of sticks to create a hammer. What else do I need? Oh, no, I don't need... I think that's the old crafting recipe I'm thinking of with the glass pane. So I've got that, and then I just need to pick up these, which I have moved. I have moved the chest, but as the sun's going down, I need to sleep first. So let's go and sleep, and then we'll pick up those crystal pieces and make a Naquadah control circuit. Oh yeah, and this is where I've moved the map, or maps, for the buried Stargate and the Abydos cartouche. So they're still here, they're still on display, but I've moved them after finishing the base map over on the far corner there. The crystals are just through here. I don't know how I feel about that door. It's a temporary thing, that door. I might revert that back to how it was. I just didn't want to have to go all the way around just to come into here. Bit lazy, I know, but there you go. So I need one of those, and in theory, it's just one of each colour here. So it's one yellow, one green, one red, and one blue. And then we come over to this crafting table. I need to do this first. And make that into one of those. And then I can drag these guys in. Just like that to create one of those. And then pop over to the crafting room where I will have to make one of these lava buckets into this. What do I need? I think I know what I need. Do I have one of those in this barrel? Oh, I do. Can I do that? I can do that. There you go. There we go. And I've got new recipes unlocked, and I've got a nice shiny new achievement as well. Let's have a look at that. Where'd it go? How? Okay. Oh, that's right. I don't have oxidized copper ingot. That's definitely... Oh, no. Orange is got, isn't it? Orange is what I've got. So that will turn orange in about 30 seconds once I've done this. Yay! There you go. And now that is orange. Where was that other one? There it is. There it is there. Cool. And then if I remember rightly, am I able... just trying to think now. Snowblock. Well, that's not going to help, is it? I need to turn that back into something I can use. Which isn't going to help much. But we should be able to get back home with this. So this is the universal dialer. And what this does is nothing to do with this gate. But if you have a look at the bottom right-hand corner of my screen, if I shift and scroll my scroll wheel on the mouse, it should... Is it shift or is it control? I can never remember. It's control. So by holding control and scrolling my scroll wheel, I can switch between all the different tabs here. And this is where... There you go. So I can manually dial a universe Stargate using the universal dialer here. You can look for nearby addresses. I can save addresses and save them to this memory menu. This is the status of the Stargate. And as you can see, I think it is picking up this gate, but I won't be able to dial this gate. And then, yeah, this will be the dialing progress. So the plan is hop over to the end, pick up the last two symbols of the universe gate address, and then use this dialer to get back home. Now, before I can do that, I do need to do one of these. And that should have saved... nope. That should have saved that to memory. There you go. So now when I'm on the other side, I can use this and dial the gate back home. Now I am going to need... No, not that one. Yes, that one, and that one. That's the Pegasus one. Cool. Just noticing what power I do and don't have. Cool. In that case, let's... The question is, can I now remember? Because it's been about a week since I last dialed this address. So let's get as far as I can get. Take a step back. It was Pegasus, and it was Scuttum, wasn't it? See, I've got really good memory. Cool. So I've got that and that to get the last two symbols of the address, and I've got that to put that gate in the dialer. Cool. Let's head on through. Excellent stuff. Okay, so now that we're the other side, what I do want to do is just pop in here. Let's do all the address stuff first and get that out of the way. So there you go, Pegasus and Scuttum. Nice. So I need that one in there, and that should just plop two more. There you go. Job done for that one. And then I want that one out of there, and I want to stick that one in there. Which means I can now take that out of there, and now I've got two addresses. Which, in theory, if I head into my controls panel, check my keybinds, and go down to JSG. There it is. Universe dialer. Okay. I might have to change that because I don't have an insert key on my keyboard. I use a really weird keyboard. So I'm going to change that. I really do not like the end flashes because it really does make everything go purple. Now, I have no idea which one is which, although I should be able the second one is a long straight with a dot. Hopefully I should be able to make that out once I stop moving. Okay. Yep, I've got it. So this one is going to be enter, escape. Cool. So yeah, once you've renamed it, just hit escape and it will save it. And then if I crouch and scroll, rename, and I'm going to call this one End 1. Because that's what it is. It's the first gate I found in the end. Escape. And having a look at status. Again, it's idle, it's closed. I've got to be so careful not to look at an Enderman. Now, what I'd like to know is, are there any nearby? Not that I can tell. But looking at where we are on the map, I might just have to go a little bit further out to find another Stargate, which would be quite interesting. That's equally as interesting. I'm going to go on a little bit of a fly quickly and just see what else I can find. Just because I like distractions. Okay, so this looks minorly interesting. And no shulker box. Well, that's just rude. You don't die and leave me without a shulker box. Right, whereabouts are we? Ooh, okay. I'll take that. I'll take that. And then I'm going to go and explore this. I'll do that, and then I'll do that. And I don't think you can see my mouse, I've just realised. But I'll do this first. And then I'll have a look at that. I have no idea what that sound was, by the way. Don't know what it was, why I made it. It just kind of came out of my mouth. No shulker. Doesn't seem to have been looted. Is there always a shulker in one of these? Because I thought there was. I mean, we've got a spare elytra, so that's good. Might as well take these. And why not go for the dragon's head while we're at it? Which way did that go? That way? Must have. Cool. Like, there is no shulker here. That is interesting. Okay, so where do I need to go for the other thing? Straight behind me. Let's do temporary waypoint. We should just be able to get there by jumping off the ship. And slowly gliding down. I'm hoping it is what I think it is, because that'd be kind of cool. It is what I think it is. So this is mighty interesting. Okay. So this already has one of these in it. So it's a long long dash dash, and then a dot with 2 donuts and a biscuit. Well, this is interesting. This is really interesting. I find a lot of things interesting, to be fair, so that might not mean much. So I'm going to pop that in there and just leave that unnamed. I do want to take that with me, though. Now, there isn't much place to stand here. So I'm going to stand here and hope I don't die. But the address written on the dialer is not one that we've got. So I want to see where that takes me. Ooh, it really doesn't like that animation. It really doesn't like that animation. But at least we still get a progress bar on the dialer. So with each dialed symbol, it turns from blue to white on the dialer. So I know 4 of the symbols or chevrons have been dialed, encoded. Waiting for the last 2 now. Praying and hoping. Yeah, that's enough in there. I'm just curious now. Okay, so we were here at this waypoint. We are now here. The other Stargate that we found from the cartouche was here. So this is actually really useful. Yeah, there you go. And now it's showing that other Stargate in the middle of the void, which... Okay, this is good. This is good stuff. I'm going to fly back to that one because it's just easier. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a cheeky thing. There's no point having one in the void because, well, if I want it there, I can put it back. But ultimately, this has no use to me down here. So if I can mine this up without losing any of the pieces, and that's going to be the hard part. Doing it without losing any of the pieces. Ooh, okay, that kind of scared me. Oh no, I wanted stuff from. Oh, that's gone now, isn't it? No, 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 no. Because I wanted that, and I wanted that. How that didn't disappear, I do not know. I was not ready to mine that. These are really difficult ones, but if I can pull this off, because all I really need to do is just branch. Okay, hold on. I'm thinking about this way too small. When I have islands made of a block, just pick up a stack of this, and I can just build around the bottom of the platform. What I'd like to do is use my elytra and just place some blocks underneath the Stargate, which might end up either working or failing. That should be enough. I might be able to use that one block that I've just placed. This is real elytra talent happening right here. Nope. Another one. I need another pass. Hopefully. Just need to fill in those 3 blocks at the bottom. Come on. Yes! Where is it? Where is it? It's above me still. There we go. Can I... aborting dialing. So if you've accidentally dialed the gate, you just right click again and it stops the dial, which is really, really handy. And then of course it needs to reset, so... Right, let's not use that anymore. Cool, so I've got nothing left in there. I've picked that and that up. That's good. Cool. That's fine. Right, let's do one of these. That can go back in there, and I need that down there. Okay, this is going to go really, really well. We're not going to lose any part of this Stargate. We are going to take it back to the overworld. Where I will place it wherever I see fit. Hopefully that's enough to catch it. Catch any part of it that may go flying. There we go. And we'll do a head count before we head off. And just make sure that we've got all the pieces. So it should be 2 more rings and 1 more chevron, which is... Oh no, 2 more chevrons, 2 more rings. Yeah, that makes sense. $8,991. Cool. I'm happy with that. Now, how do I get rid of that one? Is the next question. How do I remove? I'll have to figure that one out. Because that's not going to do anything now. I'm sure there's a way I can do it. But we'll leave the platform here. Because why not? But what we will do is head over this way. And add this one into our dialer. Because this one we can use. That one with that one, and we will pop that one in there. 2 dashes either side of a donut is what I'm looking out for, which funnily enough is that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my rename button and go end to escape. I just want to delete that entry from I wonder. Nope, it just says rename. It doesn't tell me which one it is to remove. That's fine. That's not a problem whatsoever. What is currently a problem is the lack of power that we have here. So let's do a one of those. Yeah, it really doesn't like that animation, and I don't know why. If anyone could tell me in the comments why this animation is so jagged, it would be really, really helpful. Whether it's a mod issue or an issue with my settings. Very nice, very nice. So now that we're back at the base, I'm going to have a quick sleep because I've walked into a wall. This is really close. This is really close. There we go. Yes, now that we're back at the base, it is currently nighttime, so I've got to sleep before we head out and pick up the Pegasus Stargate. I'm just going to do that. There we go. Where are we going? We are going this way. There we go. Sleep. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. So is that just for building? Yeah, build Universe Stargate. Which is down here. Dial a valid 9 symbol. Did we not just do that? What I'd like to do is empty the inventory first and get that sorted so that we've got space for the Pegasus Stargate. Right, is it this one? Yeah. Cool. I can stick these bits in here. Is it? Yep, that's my spare elytras. Heads, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. I've got 4 of them now. At some point, I'm going to do some weird stuff with mob head sounds, just not quite yet. Where is... Yeah, there we go. Actually, I think I want those down here. Armor, which is the top shelf. And then we just grab a couple of shulkers from in here. Because one of them will have... Actually, I need to get out one of the other ones just so I can see. So it's those 3 up there. So it's that one. And then I think it's... Yeah. Just trying to come up with a system. A set system. Now, obviously, we don't have either one of these. So I could put one of these in there, but I don't think I'm going to. I could stick... Where did I put that? Did I... I didn't put it in here. And I didn't put it in here. So yesterday I emptied out the shulker box that we filled from Abydos and just filtered it into all the other bits and pieces. Where have I put the other blank pages? Because I thought I put them... I don't know. I'll have to find those another time. So yeah, so we've got those 3. Because I've got 2 of them, I'm going to stick one of those in there. Yeah, that works. That works fabulously. And then, yeah, I might put one of these in here at some point. In the center, I think. Either that or one of these. I need to charge these up, so I could put one of those in here. And then I just need to find those blank pages. Where did I put... I wonder if I could aim at a chest. Where did I put those blank pages? Nope, lost them. Absolutely not a Scooby. Fine. So that one can go in there. That one can go in there. That one is for the Pegasus Gate. And then these, just for now, I'm going to put those over in here. And I might set those going at the start of the next episode. That's where I put them. I knew I put them somewhere safe. So that one still exists. So that one, what I can do, I'm going to keep that one on me. This one will turn into one of those once I've used it. These, I think, can go back in here. Because I know what the 8th address is. So let's go do this, and then we'll end out the episode and set things up for next episode. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm pretty sure it was 7, 8. There we go. I do remember. And then just set up the shulker box up here. And now this gate isn't going to exist in 30 seconds. So I'm going to do that, put that straight away in there. Right, I need to make sure there's no crystals in any of these items. So I need to take that out of there and that out of there. Oh, I don't want to lose any of that. That's really, really... I kind of need that to do stuff. I need that, and I need that. What have we got nearby? Does this ship? Oh, if this ship doesn't, that ship will. Hey guys, don't mind me. That's what I need. Do I... Look, I come and borrow some stuff from you, and this is your hospitality, is it? No pillager heads at all. Like, none. That's a bit rude. Right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because what these guys lack is a crafting table. Because I'm really hoping this is going to work. And I'm just going to go straight for it, I think. Oh, that's because I was using my elytra, and technically I still am. Oh, boink. Dive, dive, dive. Now, in theory, I should just be able... No... Ah! That's really difficult. That's really, really difficult, and I'm hoping I didn't lose anything there. I'm hoping there's still a couple in there. What I could have probably done is with a door. No. You're gonna have a door. If anywhere is gonna have a wooden door, it's gonna be this place. because I've seen one of these before, and I know there are rooms. Here we go. Door. We got to waypoint this, I think, because this would be a good. We could loot it in an episode. Gotta land on this. Okay, before I do anything else, let's take a breath. Let's take a breath. There's a drowned coming up to smack me in the face. There's a trident trying to hit me. Oh, it hit me. Right, let's deal with these guys. Come on. I was really kind of hoping I was going to drop the trident. That's sad. Right. Now I need to just drop down. Right behind here. There we go. Right. There is still one in there. Cool. Hey, I've got some. That's what I was after. I think I did lose some at some point in one of those whatsits, but that's fine. That is not a bad save. I think it goes that, and that, I think. Or is this an extra? I think that's an extra bit. I think that's an extra bit. So I think it should be that. And then you've got the Stargate blocks in here, which I'll add momentarily. For now, no, I'm not gonna put those in there. I'm gonna keep those in here. Right, there is nothing in here, is there? No. Cool. Why does it have to be underwater? Makes things so difficult. Aim for the door. Aim for the door. Aim for the door. Okay. Right, that is the Stargate uncovered. So now I can get to all of it. Okay. Now I just got to round up all of the other blocks. We're missing some. We're missing 2 chevrons and a ring. Are they down or are they up? They're over here somewhere. Ah, they'll be here. Just missing one. And I'm hoping the other one... No. This is not good. We are missing one. We're missing a chevron block. Oh yeah. It's just here. Ah, there's a little castle down here. Ugh, why did I say it like that? Castle. There's a castle. Just there. I'm not going to bother with it though. Did I check this barrel before? Sponge. Cool. Awesome. We've got all the pieces. That's excellent. That's cool. That is a full... No, not quite full. Yeah, because that needs to go there, and then I need a capacitor to go in there. Which it didn't have. That's interesting. Cool. And then just over there. That is massive, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Where's the nearest bit of land that I can use to get back home? Either way, really. We'll use that. Am I facing the right way for that? No, I need to be facing that way? Yeah. Whee! Oh, and they're still there. Ooh, I think I managed to pull that off quite nicely. I've been thinking about moving that inside the base, but I don't have anywhere to put it. I don't know. Okay. Let's empty the inventory out, and we'll end out the episode. Okay, so now that I've emptied my inventory for the most part, there's only one more thing left to kind of finalize before I end out the episode, and that is to fix this. So that should have that. And then this no longer exists. But we do still have a Pegasus Stargate, so we might end up needing that anyway, so I'm going to keep that. But there you have it. What I am now going to do is add that to the book for the end. And I see no better way to end the episode. So pop that in there. End. And pop that at the bottom. Like that. Job done. And then I just need to sort these other bits out. But I'll see if I can sort that between episodes. Haven't quite decided what the next episode is going to be, but hopefully when I come to sit down and record it, I have a plan. Hopefully. But until I see you in the next episode, have a nice one, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.